not shifting. Oh no. Whoa! Today we won another car for $1,605 out the door. That was a $1,250 bid. So, it's a clean title. And, you know, today I found out it came from a dealership. And that has me nervous. That has me real nervous. This came from a dealership in Oklahoma City. And it's kind of been my experience that when you get cars that are from dealers, they're usually here for a reason. Now, now they countered me on this for $3,000. I declined. They countered me again at $2,500. I declined. I left it at $1,250. I figure either we're going to win or we're not. In fact, let me cut real quick and show you guys the live auction, because I actually won 2 cars, but the Grand Prix that I won magically disappeared. So I'm going to throw those videos in right now. All right, it's auction time. First car on the block is that 05 Grand Prix, which is at $375. Let's see what happens here. Really? I mean, I'm not exceptionally interested in it. If it goes into bonus, okay, if it goes into bonus time, it means I got to bid again. I always do that.
You got it.
Oh, damn. Oh, crap. Well, we won. Okay. I don't really know if I actually wanted that one, but we won it. Let's go to the next one. Here we go, guys. The Turbo PT Cruiser. Let's see what we can do here.
This is a hot lot.
Here we go.
Bonus time.
Are you kidding me? Bonus time? Come on now. Quit messing with me.
Sold on approval.
There we go. That's 2 for one day. So I'm real confused about this, but as you can see right here, it shows that on the Grand Prix, this is it. It shows I was outbid. Even though I've got it on video showing I won, somehow it's gone. I'm a little upset about that, but you know what? It is what it is. We'll just move on to the next one. All right, so what happened to the Grand Prix? I have no idea, but I'm just going to take it as like karma saving me a headache because it's a GM. That's I'm just assuming karma was like, you've had enough of a beatdown lately, Randy. I'm giving you a break. So I didn't even say nothing to Copart about it. I don't care. Forget the Grand Prix. I don't want it. So we got this, and we're gonna. I know it's dead, so we got to jumpstart. Oh, this may have been a repo at one time, man. Maybe they sold it because it's a repo. See these screw holes here? That was for the payment device.
Yeah.
A little payment device. I had assumed that's what that is. Now I do have some dealer history on this car from Chrysler. At about, I think it was 20,000 miles, they did a certified pre-owned service on this, flushed the transmission, changed all the fluids. Now I know at 80,000 miles that doesn't mean much, but okay, 90,000. So it's only got 70,000 miles at best. I mean, at worst, only 70,000 miles on the trans fluid. Look how clean that is. That's really clean fluid, which I'm not gonna lie, that kind of scares me. The transmissions were notoriously horrible on these. Why can't I get the damn dipstick to go back in? The transmissions in these were pretty bad. The oil's clean. Oil's good. The transmission fluid is clean. So, and the battery's right here. I could have swore the battery was down there. It's not. The battery's right there, which that's good because the battery's completely dead.
It still has the gasket. Mostly.
Yeah. Yeah. So I say let's throw a jump on it because I'm kind of worried that the transmission is bad in this. Like, truthfully, when I saw it came from a dealer, I went, well, it runs good, so we know there's no issue with the engine. I guarantee it's going to be a bad transmission. So let's jump start it. Let's see if the convertible top works, and then you know what we're going to do? We're going to attempt to drive it home. Boy, here we go. I feel like Hoovy. I feel like Tyler from Hoovy's Garage, man. It's like, damn, what did I do? I accidentally bought a PT Cruiser Turbo. Nobody does that. I did that. I just bought the coolest, weirdest car that you could have got back then. A PT Cruiser convertible with a turbo that's like 250 horsepower, 250 pound-feet of torque. It's actually not bad.
It's an SRT Neon.
For a little 2.4 turbo. Let's get it running. All right, we're back here again with the No-Code Genius GP150. This thing is insane, and it's got a full charge, so it will be nothing to fire this one up. Battery has no juice at all. Now it does. Now we know it runs, so there's no secret about that, but the real question is, does it drive? All right. I'm nervous, guys. I really am, because I feel like I probably got me a dud here, which really sucks, because I thought this was going to be a really good car. But I've been wrong before, so here we go. Uh-oh. Well, that ain't what I wanted to hear. Let's try that again. All right, there we go. There we go. It goes right into gear. Right into gear. So
you have a
all right. So I'm not sure how this top works exactly. I think we start with pushing this all down button, probably closing the door. Now all the windows are down. And then let's just open.
There should be a switch for that. It should be. It's not a manual valve. There you go.
There we go. I mean, I'm surprised it's actually working, to be honest with you.
Dude, that's why I said I think this thing might just be a good diamond in the rough. It's got a lot of dust on it, though. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's got a.
No, surely the top's supposed to go further down than that.
You put it down. Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
I can hardly see out the back of it like that. Yeah, that may, yeah. Or maybe it was supposed to, like,
No.
see how it's catching?
No, that doesn't go down. No.
You sure?
No, I've seen these on. You look, Google the photos for them. I don't think it goes any further.
Well, to me, that doesn't look right at all.
Unless you open this and then.
Maybe I was supposed to put down the thing in the trunk.
Yeah.
There's a thing in the trunk. Let's try that. Let's try that. It's cut. So I don't know, guys. I should probably Google how this works. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys the trunk, so to speak. There, that's weird, but
Lots of trunk space for a convertible. Dude.
yeah, that's. I could make this my daily driver to replace the Corvette. Okay, yeah, that's bizarre.
Maybe they give you less shit because it runs on gas and you test it.
It says, no, I don't know. I'm going to try to just lower it down again, I guess, and just leave it that way.
Yeah, I think that's good. Or there should be a message in your center when you put the top down that says top down.
No, doesn't say anything.
Or when you put it in gear, it might say, hey, your top's not down. Yeah, that's it.
I guess that's it. Yeah, all right. So I guess we need to get the booster pack off of it. I'm going to let it run for a little bit before we try to take off. My last experience with Weird Beard.
I was going to say, do you want to
one of these
booster pack like up here and leave it plugged up?
No, I think it'll run on its own. No, not till you shut it off. You got to shut the booster pack off first. Sorry, push the power button. Or, yeah. Oh.
But that's what I'm saying.
So the alternator's not charging.
You don't think the alternator's working?
No, it should have stayed running if it
Well,
was.
this was boosting up to like 13 volts though.
Then maybe the battery is so bad that
You
it's.
have to unplug the battery if the battery's shorted out. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot. Well,
How much? You got 11.9. So it's not. I mean, how far is it from the house tip from here?
it's several miles. All right, guys, I'm gonna let this thing run for a little bit, see if we can't get it charged up, and then we'll cut back here in just a few minutes. Yeah, the alternator is charging. That's crazy. So if you disconnect this, now it's okay. And now it's not, and now it is. Interesting. We're gonna let this run for a little while and keep an eye on it, guys, and then we'll be back. Okay, so we're debating whether the alternator may be bad or just the battery is so bad that it's dragging down the alternator. I don't know. Either way, we are going to leave here in this. We're gonna hope for the best. And we're going to try to make it to Advanced Auto Parts, which is like my new favorite place to shop, honestly. Not sponsored. God, I always got to say it. Not sponsored.
But they should sponsor you.
They should sponsor me. So Advanced Auto Parts, if you see this, feel free to reach out. Auto Auction Rebuilds with an S at gmail.com. All right, we're gonna fire this thing up, and we're going to try to get it to Advanced Auto Parts, get a battery in it, and see how that does. I don't know, what do you guys think? And we're about to find out if the transmission's any good too. Yeah, there's that alternator light, damn it. Because I have my suspicions that the alternator is no bueno in this. We'll find out soon enough. Wouldn't it be great if it had a bad alternator and a bad transmission? Like that would just be, well, that would be the bee's knees, wouldn't it? Here we go. What do you think, guys? Here we go. Here we go. It's not shifting. Oh no. It's not shifting. Yep. As I suspected. Bad transmission and a bad alternator. Oh boy, oh boy. I can't tell you how flipping excited I am right now to have a car with a bad transmission and a bad alternator. We're about to pull out on the main road for the first time. It seems like it's stuck in second gear. As you can see, it's just revving. I could try to manually put it in third and nothing. It's in limp mode, I think. So this may not be a bad transmission, although it could be. With such low miles, I would have a hard time believing the tranny is actually bad on this. I'm guessing that we might have a bad shift solenoid, possibly. Obviously, the fluid is clean, so somebody's been inside of it. Obviously, we're having an alternator issue, but this could possibly still work out for us if it's just a bad shift solenoid. I have to put it on the scanner and see what it says. Like, this is as good as I can get, guys. 40 miles an hour, and the engine's revving at over 3,500 RPMs to do it. Not good. Not good at all, man. So here's what I can tell you so far. It runs perfect. It drives perfect. Like, this thing is smooth, it's comfortable, there's no weird noises, shimmies, like nothing. It runs and drives great, with the exception of the transmission not shifting out of second gear, which would be a default limp mode. You can get it up to 50 max safely. It prefers to be around 40, 45. So it is drivable, but yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to diagnose this transmission issue. Right now, though, the first thing we have to do is get the battery replaced just so we can get it home, because there's no way it's gonna make it running off of my booster pack alone. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a bad alternator. Hopefully, the battery is just dragging the alternator down, and that's the problem. We'll find out here in about 2 seconds, because we are literally pulling into Advanced Auto Parts right now. Let's get this battery changed and see if that makes any difference. All right, so we're back on the road. New battery installed, cost me $100 out the door. Thankfully, I have a business account set up with Advanced Auto Parts now. As you can see, check engine light is still on. It is still not shifting, but the alternator light has gone out. So it looks like possibly, I don't want to get too excited yet, but possibly that battery was so bad that as soon as the alternator was trying to charge it, it was discharging the alternator severely and either causing the alternator to go into like a fail-safe mode and shut off. Well, not necessarily shut off because it's spinning by a belt, but maybe shutting down the voltage regulator or something. All I know is right now there's no battery light, so that's one less thing to worry about for the moment. Now all we got to do is run a diagnostic on it and find out why the transmission is not shifting. It could be something as serious as a transmission, which you can get these for like 300 bucks all day long with a guarantee. It could be something as simple as a shift solenoid gone bad or a solenoid pack that has gone out that needs to be replaced, but we're not going to know until we get a diagnostic run on it. But for right now, I can tell you this, I think this car is worth fixing. It runs and drives very well. It handles great. We don't have any noises from struts or noisy suspension. I mean, this thing is smooth. I love it. So this is going to be very difficult for you guys to see, but we have a ton of codes. Transmission control module has a couple codes, mainly for low voltage and battery disconnected. Same thing with the powertrain control module. It's got a speed switch stuck. I'll show you that in just a second here. So that may have something to do with this when we read codes. This is the Autel MaxiSys Elite. This thing is amazing. It's a it's a P1593 right here. And that is a speed control switch 1 to 2 stuck. That would definitely put the transmission in limp mode. That would definitely keep it stuck in second gear. It will not allow it to shift to first gear. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get out of all this. And we got, there's codes everywhere. Like the only thing that passed is the occupant classification, whatever that is. Everything else has problems. So we're going to clear everything. We're going to see what comes back right now. Here we go. We got one code in the ECM still. It'd be past the transmission control module, just passed. This is interesting. Passed. A lot of this could be issues from that battery that was draining the system. Yeah, everything is coming back as passed now, except for the engine. The engine had one code, which is probably going to be a battery disconnected. That one can be difficult to reset. Sometimes that has to just go through drive cycles. So everything is passed now, including the transmission control module has no faults. Let's see what's going on with the engine one last time, and then we'll take it for a drive. Chances are this is not going to fix the problem. No fault codes. Okay, so everything appears to be working. No faults anywhere in the system. Don't get too excited yet. We could have just fixed it. You just may have needed a good scanner to go in and reset all of the car systems, but don't bet on it, all right? I'm not super excited yet. We will take it on another test drive, and chances are we will have a problem with the transmission, and most likely that's going to be the 1 to 2 stuck again. And we're going to have to Google that and figure out what it is. Okay, check engine light is gone. Oh, it didn't shift hard this time.
Nope.
Interesting.
Maybe just need to reset.
Man, I don't want to get too excited because when I do, nah, that's second gear. I can feel it. Check engine light should come back on any second now. Yeah, that's second gear. It's limp mode. There it is. Okay, so check engine light is back on, which means we can go back to the house, run the codes again, and we should get a very accurate description of what the problem is. And I'm betting it's going to be that speed sensor or whatever it said it was, stuck 1 to 2. We just got to figure out what that code is and how we fix it. And we might actually be able to fix this car in this video, or we might find out the whole transmission is just done in this video. All right, so hopefully you can see the only fault is here in the powertrain control module and the transmission. 2 faults here. Let's find out what's going on with the PCM first, and then we'll move on to the transmission. Speed control, stuck. The P1593. So this right here, I'm betting, is our issue. We'll go to the transmission control module next and see what it's complaining about. Maybe it's still a low voltage, I don't know. Power input low to the TCM. Okay, so we're focusing on the low power to the transmission control module first, because obviously low input voltage will cause a slew of problems. So that's the one I decided to look at first. As you can see, I got my trusty Walmart voltmeter, and I went into C4, C for connector, and connector 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is basically your entire control module for the car. Number 4 is what we're looking for the transmission. So I decide, hey, first thing I notice on connector 4, tons of aftermarket electrical tape. That's a bad sign. It's a bad sign. Guys, before you go jumping into your transmission and thinking it's bad, or tearing it apart, changing fluid and stuff, like, follow the codes, please, for God's sake, follow the code and see where it takes you. Now, there's no guarantee it's going to fix it. The TIPM module is notorious for going bad in these PT Cruisers, Caravans, Neons, all of them. These TIPM modules go bad. Faulty relay, which is built inside of the module. But first, check the wiring. It doesn't take but a few minutes just to check your connector. Make sure it's not corroded. Check for water intrusion. And then, when all else fails, check for crap like this. This is electrical tape where somebody has been into this connector. So I'm wondering if we pull on this wire. Okay, it doesn't come off. So I figured somebody did a crappy job and stuck it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this electrical tape off of this connector, off of this wire, and we're going to see if somebody did a bad repair on it. Why does it have aftermarket electrical tape on it? So let's get this off. Oh, they soldered it. So they did it right. So whoever got in here apparently determined there was a fault here, and they cut and spliced it back together and soldered it. So next I need to do some more checking with the voltmeter. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is get into the TIPM module, check the fuses, verify fuses are good. And also, I'm going to notice that there's a fuse missing right here. It looks like there should be a fuse there. It's got both prongs and there's nothing there. So I'll have to look and see what's supposed to go there, if anything, and replace it. I usually don't record this stuff for you guys because normally it's kind of boring and tedious. This fuse is blown. Right there, that 15 amp is blown. So it looks like we have a missing fuse. We have a 15 amp that is blown. Watch that goes to the transmission. Wouldn't that be funny?
That'd be hilarious.
230 amps over here. We got a couple 10s here. I'm going to wait to pop that off and check. First, I'm going to figure out why. Oh yeah, she's shot. So that is fuse number ignition battery. Interesting. Fuse number 11. So I'm going to have to Google, look up what fuse number 11 goes to, and then we can come back, because this is what this is. This is a special connector, and depending on which side you put it on determines what is turned on or off. So this is basically a fused switch, using the fuse as the switch. We just got to figure out what it is. So we're back. We've replaced a couple fuses, and then I decided to pull this up and just take a look at the wiring down here just to see if there was anything that looked out of place. And immediately I was greeted with this. So obviously I don't know what this goes to, and it may have nothing to do with the transmission, but while you're in here you might as well check. So we're going to take the tape off of that and see if that's been done right, if it's corroded or what. And then right here, I don't know what this goes to either, but we have another wire that has been taped, and this one is corroded because there is a second wire, an orange wire. You can't see it, it's blurry on the GoPro, but right where my thumbnail is, that is an orange wire sticking out of a yellow wire that doesn't belong there with crappy electrical tape. So let's get this electrical tape off and see what we got going on under here. All right, so here we are again, and as you can see, wiring can be a little tricky, guys. You can get in here and be like, oh my God, what are we doing? I know it may look scary, but trust me when I tell you, it's truly not. Why am I taking all these connectors off when I don't know what's wrong with it? Any one of these connectors could be improperly seated. It could be a loose connection. It could be something that simple. So I want to rule out all these possibilities. We could go so much further if I wanted to hook my scope up to this, and we could start checking individual inputs and outputs to and from the transmission from relays. And yes, I just watched a YouTube video. I'm not going to hide that from you guys. I just watched a YouTube video about another guy that ran into a similar problem with this very same vehicle. Not this exact vehicle, but same kind of vehicle, PT Cruiser. And it seems, from what I'm reading, most of the time the problem is not in wiring, it's actually in the TIPM module itself. So this is the TIPM module. This houses all of your relays and everything right here. There's the part number on the side, serial number and everything. So most likely the problem is actually in here. It could be a faulty relay. Keep in mind this car is old, relays are old. I'm going to finish taking out the rest of these connectors. I'm going to unplug all of them. I'm going to plug everything back in. I'm going to clear the codes. We're going to try it again and see if it fixes the problem. If it doesn't, chances are good I'm just going to throw parts at it, which I don't recommend doing. I'm just going to buy another TIPM module. They're probably next to nothing on eBay. We'll have it shipped and we'll see if it fixes it. Okay, guys, you missed it, but holy cow. We've got a communication problem. Like, I think there's no doubt about that by now. We've got a lot of flashing. At least we did. It's not doing it now because we manually went in and cleared the codes. The transmission does shift. Am I lying?
Nope, it shifted.
Okay.
It bucked like a son of a bitch.
It bumped. The transmission shifted, and then there's a rectangle that keeps popping up around the park reverse neutral drive, like this big rectangle. Keeps flickering on and off, on and off, on and off. And then it shifted, and we got it up to speed. It took off like a bat out of hell, and it was like, yes, great. And then you know what happened? It downshifted on its own to like first gear and like threw us forward. We're gonna put this in park. I'm gonna shut it off. I would love to see it do that again.
It will.
Let's run these codes again and see what let's see what pops up here. We are sitting on the side of the road.
Don't crazy.
Don't worry, the car does still drive. 4 faults in the TCM now, so that's new. There's definitely, I think the problem is in the TIPM module. I really do. Is it flashing again?
Yeah, check engine light. It was
Okay,
flashing.
the check engine light's flashing because of this.
Okay.
Let's see what we show this time, because this is it. Okay, output shaft speed sensor circuit 2 to 4 or 2C pressure switch rationality, TCM power input low, fault immediately after shift. Guys, this transmission shifted. So now everything is passing again. We've got no issues. So I am going to take the key out,
Reset
put the key back in, and I'm looking for that damn flicker on there because that
was crazy.
That was wild.
That was some Christine shit right there.
When the lights are flickering over, and I'm not talking about the park light. There is another rectangle that went around the whole damn thing. Park, reverse, neutral drive, the whole thing. When you start having lights that are coming on and flickering like that, there's a problem. Let's see if it shifts. There it goes, shifted.
Shifted just like it's supposed to.
And
Look
shifted
at that.
again.
And now it's normal.
And now it's driving fine.
Wow.
See what I mean? Guys, listen to me. You can get some great deals from these auctions if you are willing to spend a little bit of time.
There's the flickering.
And that flickering means it's probably going to mess up here.
There it is.
Okay. It's flickering, so it's probably... Yeah, there it goes.
Wow.
There it goes. Oh, boy.
Wow.
There it goes. You see that flicker? Look. Look. Look.
Yeah, this thing turns into...
There it goes. Hopefully y'all can see that on video, man. That flickering right there. It's still shifting the up there. Nope.
Nope, there it goes. Now it's in limp.
And it's in limp mode now. Hopefully you could see the flickering. So,
dude,
obviously we have a communications problem with the transmission and the transmission computer. That appears to be what the issue is. There's definitely a major communication fault here, and the wiring looks decent. So I really believe that it's the TIPM module. And I guarantee you if we clear this code again right now, in fact, let's pull this up. Let's check this again. Just hit escape and then do auto scan. Let's see what pops up this time. One fault in the transmission. So what fault are we going to have this time? And are we going to have any faults in any of the other modules? That's another question, because we have been having random modules popping up with faults out of nowhere. Okay, let's start with the transmission control module and see what it's a probably low voltage. I'm betting it's going to be a low voltage issue. Power input low. And the ECM, I can already tell you that is going to be a transmission request mill. Do you have like a PO700? PO700 transmission has requested the malfunction indicator lamp. Okay, so one more time. One more time. Oh, I can't do that while we're running. I got to shut it off. Let's clear all this out and let's take it around the block one more time. Okay, no faults. Key off. Put it in drive.
Nope, shifted. Whoa!
Whoa! Good gracious! This thing rips!
Power,
this thing rips! Wow! And again, driving just fine, but give it
now
just
give
it just a second here, because it never fails. This thing's going to jerk us forward, so I'm going to move the camera back a little bit so I don't crash into the steering wheel. No, it's not going to mess up. This is definitely an interesting issue, to say the least. And honestly, I'm really surprised about how this thing burns the tires like that. Like this thing, no joke, like it rips. And let me tell you, we were on the road doing about 50 a minute ago, and when it downshifted, it was terrifying, man. Like it was bad.
It was a bucking Bronco for real.
Yeah, it's like if you aren't bracing yourself for impact,
you're gonna eat that dash.
Man, you could very easily end up with your face in that steering wheel because the seatbelt did not lock up. Now it's driving fine.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being on the interstate
and lock up,
going 70 and have that happen?
Oof.
No, that would be no good, man. Okay, let's give it a little gas here. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Here it goes.
There's the bucking.
Yep. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, yeah, she's bucking real good, guys. Then there's the check engine light, and now it's in limp mode. Okay. I'm going to say we need a TIPM module. I'm going to go on eBay and see if I can find one that matches this. Hopefully, I don't think it's something you have to have programmed. It's just an electronic interface with fuses and stuff. Hey, but the good news is the transmission does shift.
Yeah.
It does. We know the transmission shifts. We just got an electrical problem. And as it happens, the TIPM module is a very common issue. It's a failure point on these cars. So someone thought this thing had a bad transmission because, like I said, it was a dealership that sold this car. They thought it had a bad transmission. They changed the fluid. They changed the filter. Probably put a little Lucas in there. Didn't fix it, and they gave up on it. 89,000 miles, the chances of having a bad transmission are slim to none, even if you've never serviced it. I mean, you would have to be abusing the thing heavily to have a transmission go out at 89,000 miles, unless it's just like a GM or something with factory bad transmissions. We're not going to talk about that anymore. So am I upset? Am I mad? No, I mean, not at all. I was a little disappointed when I got the car and realized transmission didn't shift out of second gear. But I think we've isolated the problem. And we'll have to come back on another video with a new TIPM module. We will plug it in and see what we got to do to make this thing run and drive right. And then we can send it down the road, put it up for sale, man, because that's what it's all about. We got $1,605 into the purchase price, $100 in the battery, $1,700 in this right now. If we can get a TIPM module for $150, we'll have $1,850 in it. And I don't think there's much, if anything else. This thing has Goodyear Eagle RSAs on it.
And they're nice.
And in this car, lit those up. Like, seriously, wow. Some minor cleaning, and it doesn't really.
The interior.
Yeah, like this car doesn't need anything. Put some air in the tires, some tire shine, give it a bath, and send it down the road. And I think this car will bring $3,000 to $3,500 all day long. Yeah. So in the next video, I think we'll go over the car a little bit better and figure out what all it needed to get it running, and hopefully all it is a TIPM module. Then we can take it out on the highway for a proper test run because this thing moves. I'm not taking it on highway like it is. It's not happening. It's not happening. Big shout out to TK from TK's Garage. Go follow him on Instagram and on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds. What's happening? Is it flashing again?
The RPM gauge just bloop, bloop.
So we have serious
This thing is
electronic.
possessed, bro.
Yeah. So people probably thought this thing is done when all it is most likely, I don't want to say
that
for a
box.
fact, but most likely it's just that box. So we're going to order that. Comment below, tell me what you think. I think if we can really get this thing back up and running with just a module that may be between $50 and $150, I think this car will bring $3,000 to $35,000 all day. I mean, it's almost springtime. The convertible top is in good shape. So you're talking about a convertible, a turbo convertible?
That rips the tires.
Oh man, no, this thing, and it rides great. When it's not bucking you around, it rides great. Suspension is tight, the shocks don't make noise, and it's only got 89,000 miles with a clean title. I think we can make some money on this. We might actually make a profit. So I'm gonna get out of here, guys, because I gotta go find this part and see if throwing parts at it is gonna be the solution to fix this problem. I appreciate all of you watching. I am out of here. Stay safe out there, everybody. I will catch you all very soon, if this car doesn't kill me by flying me out of the freaking roof when it bucks, in the next one.